Let's Uncommon Fossil. And the other day I put together a video on learning to play Lugia Archeops, because as I said in that video, Lugia Archeops has just been a deck I haven't been entirely comfortable with. It just doesn't suit my style. It's obviously a very good deck, but I wanted to learn to play it before it rotates, just so just for my own self-improvement. And since I made that video, I've been playing the deck quite a decent number of times more, and I've definitely improved the deck. So I want to take today's video and show off hopefully some higher level of play with Lugia Archeops. I haven't mastered it completely. I figure it takes at least probably for me, you want to get into the range of 100 games where you've seen at least double digits for the most of the decks you're going to see more frequently, probably even like 20 matchups against the main top meta decks, just to really be comfortable with the different, have played through a number of the scenarios that you'll see multiple times. But I have played through it. I have gotten a lot better at the deck, understand it better. Obviously setting up's fairly straightforward. You want to get 2 Archeops in the discard as quickly as possible. Get your Lugia up and evolve. So for turn 2, ideally, you get 2 Archeops on the bench. Then you're in pretty good shape. But you still have to choose which attackers you're utilizing, because with Archeops' ability, it's kind of a box deck in a certain way. Yes, I can attack with Lugia V-Star. It's not bad at 220, and you can boost it with powerful energies. But then it's the other Pokemon, the 2 Radiants in this case, and the Yveltal, the Raikou, the Radiant Charizard, and the Stoutland V. When to use those and to use them wisely is important. And how to manage the energies, that I've learning is very important. Looking like this deck, my opponent is probably not going to load based on experience. You've probably had this too. When it takes this long for things to get started, there's a good chance this game's not going to happen. But we'll see. It'll take 30 seconds or a minute. I don't remember. And then if that's the case, I should get the win. It's often if the game locks up in the middle of the game, that's when sometimes you have to concede and take a loss. But usually if the opponent can't load, I'll at least get a victory for it. Now, you don't get a lot of credit for it, we'll see. Right, you're probably aware of this, right? The rewards, I get 3 towards my rank, I guess. I do get the 20 towards the on the rank ladder, and I get 20 and 20 for the other things. But these numbers for experience in the battle pass, you get well over 100 once you've taken a few prizes. It seems the more prizes you've taken, the higher the rewards are, which in one sense is good. It should discourage people from quitting. But obviously in cases like this, when my opponent just couldn't load, I don't get much for it. But maybe that's fair. But then there are people that quit, in the middle of games for once they're behind, and it just does make the whole process of getting rewards and improving the cards you have a little harder, which I don't love that, but hopefully people don't quit once they're behind. It's better to play out the deck games anyway. I mean, I think it is, just as a player, that's part of getting better too, right? I mean, we're playing, it's a card game, it's a game, we do it for fun, but to me, part of the fun is taking it seriously when I play and trying to make the most of each turn, trying to build the deck list, my decks the best that I can and play them the best that I can, right? Being competitive in the moment, but then obviously once the game's done, being relaxed about it. So I have a Lugia. I have an Archeops, but I don't have a way to discard the Archeops right now, so that's not ideal. We'll see what happens. I mean, right now I don't have any way to draw a Pokemon, so I'm going second, so I can play a supporter if I get that. I mean, I have Boss, but Boss isn't great. All right, Galar Mine, so this might be the free deck that they're giving away. All right, I'm not playing Boss here. Okay, I have an Aurora Energy, so I want to utilize that for sure. Get rid of my Archeops. As I was saying, though, with the special energies, you only have a limited number of special energies, which... maybe I should have attached the powerful energy, because now I have to discard something else that I don't want. Oh, I don't think I want Manaphy with this, right? So perhaps I should have attached powerful energy. I might have made a mistake there. Or actually, maybe I should have attached DTE. That's not bad, though. I'll have to decide if I want to research away all these cards. Right now I don't like to, because I don't have another Archeops that I can discard with it. Raikou could be a useful card. All right, my opponent did not set up, so I probably really want to work for the W right here, right now. So let's think. So I attach, what, a Powerful Energy? I'm going to discard everything here. I'll play the Yveltal. What do I have? 1, 2. All right, I still might be able to attack with him. I probably not going to use the Raikou. And do I have what I need? I have 1 Archeops in the discard. I think I have what I need now, right? So I can evolve, so I have game here. So my opponent bricked badly. Not a great start for me, but good enough for me to get the W. Right, I think so. It doesn't give me a choice about that. I'll throw on 2 powerful. Why not? Assuming I have what? Yeah, I have 2 powerful. Knock out my opponent and take the dub. So not really showcasing the deck per se, but I mean, not showcasing how to play the deck, right? Sure, I'll discard the stadium. Doesn't matter. So anyway, so a fairly straightforward win. Actually, 2 quick wins, right? The one, obviously my opponent didn't load. That time my opponent bricked pretty badly. Again, it wasn't a great setup for me, but obviously because all I needed to do was get my Lugia evolved, I had game. I knew that research and going for it hard was the play there. Since if my opponent had even 1 bench Pokemon, I would have had to have thought, been a little more concerned about what they would do. But since they didn't set up at all, it made it simple for me. So let's see what happens with this game. Hopefully get a little more competitive game. My opponent, it has a 940 rank. I am, 860, I think, so higher than I am. I try to notice those numbers when I can at the start. I don't always, just like I don't always notice who starts the game. So I'm trying to see what happens. Now, my opponent's loaded the game because I see their coin there, so it's not a matter of they're not loading. They're either slow in their decision-making or they are, so I want to go first, so good for me. Or it could be they don't have a great connection. They could be playing mobile, and that tends to take longer. First, just the screen's small. It takes longer to do things. Manaphy, not the card I really wanted, but could be worse. Raihan, ropes. Okay. A stone. All right, let's see what we got, how this goes here. So I can quick ball away the Archeops, and I don't know if I want to attach the energy or not. I might want to save the Hiding Dark Energy. That's part of my question. That's good. So this is good. So I get rid of an Archeops for sure. I do definitely want at least 1 Lugia into play. I'm going to want to use Raikou. That's for sure. Yveltal, I mean, it depends what else they're playing. Are they playing a V-Star? I don't know, right? I have research, so I think... So I just want to set up for my next turn. I have research that might Marnie me, in which case I get what I get. I could put down an Oranguru as a defensive move, put the research back on top. Is that the play I want to make? I'm going to make that. What's a defensive move? Might be a mistake. Oranguru. I'm going to put the research back. I don't think I'm going to attach the energy. Now if I get Marnied, I still hit into the research. That's good. I might even want to use the Charizard at some point, but I'm just going to end turn. And honestly, if I get Marnied, I'm probably happy. It all depends, right? I'll draw 4 cards, including research. If I have multiple special energies, I could be a little sad. But I do have a Oranguru in play to put that back. So I've got to... I'll have to get the Manaphy out of the active. My opponent might do that for me by knocking me out. We'll see what happens. They have Sableye in the active. They're not going to be able to attack with Sableye. So they got to use one switch to get Sableye out of the active. All right, so Lost Vacuum's gone. I don't really care about that Raihan. That would certainly help them down the road. So play the switch cart. So again, the fact they have to burn a switch to get into their first Comfy is a plus for me. They still need one more card in the Lost Zone. All right, well, that's a nice card. Battle of VIP Pass. Whether they had that before or not, I don't know. So that increases the odds that they're going to be able to attack with Cramorant. They still need one more card in the Lost Zone, though. So probably see a Comfy and a Cramorant. They played a Manaphy. Okay, so a good play there. A defensive play for sure. Right, because the Raikou can take out 2 cards. And obviously the Manaphy stops that from happening. So it's possible I should have attached that energy, right? Maybe to the Manaphy. Yeah, see, that was part of it. I don't know where to attach to, right? If they knock out the Manaphy, then it's a waste of the energy. So they're using Comfy again. So they're doing a good job. They're at 4 now. So they play this Earth and Seal Stone. So that means they play AV, right? Pokemon. They play Water Energy. That could be just for Greninja. It could be for... I'm trying to remember now. What are they? Is that for... All right, so they're roping me. So I'll send up the Lugia. I don't necessarily love that. But it's not bad either. If I'm going to draw the research, I will. What is that? 5 already? So they're doing a very good job. So they're up to 6. So they're 1 away from being able to attack with Sableye, actually, which is pretty impressive. Now they got right. They used Colorless Experiment at the start of their turn. They had to burn a switch cart, but then they've gotten 2 nets. So okay, so they came up short there. So that's pretty nice. So I'm going to attach a Hiding Dark to, I guess, the active. Do I want to have the Charizard for this game? Charizard's probably a nice option, right? It's a single prizer, which I like. It does big damage. So I think I'll do that. I could have put the Hiding Dark back. All right, what I have the 2 Archeops on the bench. I mean, in the discard, that's good. So I want to use the ability. Maybe I should not have done the Hiding Dark. I don't know. It's a good question. All right, so I think I want to use these Capture Energies, right? So let me put my Capture Energy back. I think... All right, Aurora. All right, that's okay. Capture. Do I want to throw down a DTE? Maybe a DTE and a Capture this turn. Yeah, I'll throw down a DTE and a Capture, and then save my energies, and then not do any more. Yeah, I'll do that. And I could attach energy to somebody else, but I don't think I want to. Maybe I should throw a Fire Energy on the Radiant Charizard. Just maybe put the Heat Fire, increase his HP as a bonus with that. Although that one's prized, so I'm not going to attach then. All right, that's fine. Do I want to thin? I'll utilize one. I might want another one at some point. I'll grab, in case I get a research, I'll gladly pitch him. And I'll just attack, take a prize. My opponent's close, though, to attacking with Sableye, which I don't love that. And they have Sableye. They have Manaphy. They've set up well. The other thing I might want to do in this game, which I can't do at the moment, is attack with Stoutland V, right? That gets me 2 prizes. 40. I need 2 powerful energies. So I might want to start getting the Stoutland V set up. They do play Earth and Seal Stone, so I might want to hang off on Stoutland V till I'm ready to attack with them. That's one of the things I'm learning to manage with this deck. Obviously, I don't have any bench space anyway, so it's not really an issue, I assume. Is that just a stall then? Are they not attacking this turn? Wow, okay. So they don't have the cards they need yet, I guess. Oh, that's right. They need 10 for Sableye, so they're going to get up to 8 now. Wow. So I think 7's what you need to use the one supporter, which I'm blanking on the name, which is the one that your opponent you take 100 less damage from attacks the following turn, which is a very interesting card. Doesn't see much use now. So Mirage Gate, where are they going to attach to things there? I mean, they can't use Sableye's second attack. All right, powering up the Sableye, even though I assume they're not going to attack with the first one. Raihan. What are they going to do? Are they going to attack, or are they going to send up the Manaphy to get knocked out? Obviously, they do know probably that I play Raikou. They anticipate that I do. That takes 2 prizes. Raikou and Stoutland are usually very important to these Lost Zone matchups because they can do damage pretty well. And obviously, as long as they're just using single prizes, I can't get ahead on the prize trade. So, all right, let's see what. All right, so they want Radiant Greninja. Okay. So they might be able to attack with Radiant Greninja. That's a concern. Well, they need to have. I think did they attach? Maybe they didn't attach per turn. So they just need to attach a water energy. They don't have energy in the discard, so I'll bump the Stadium, assuming I'm attacking with Lugia. Hopefully they can attack with Greninja. If things sit as they are, I will. All right, good. I will boss up the Greninja because I don't really want to give up that extra prize. Is there something I want to do here? I'm not really sure what I want to do, though. That's the problem. Like, I don't know where I want to attach energy. So I want to... Right, I'll bump the Stadium. I kind of would like to scoop up a Pokemon, but that's not an option either. So get rid of Greninja, who hits 2. He can take up my Manaphy. Well, no, he can't take up my Manaphy, right? But yeah, maybe the Sableye can, right? But I'm not so concerned about. I don't know. Maybe the Sableye was the better target. They're at 8, so they just need 2 more cards in the Lost Zone, and they can tackle Sableye. They're taking their time to get there. They haven't gotten to Sableye as quick. I mean, they haven't hit Cramorant, so that's a bit of a surprise. I guess maybe Cramorant, and I assume they played Cramorant. Maybe the Cramorant was in prized as well as the Radiant Greninja, and they felt the Greninja was more important for setting up and for the threat. That could be. Obviously, they wanted to be using Cramorant before this. If they could have been softening up my Lugia, I would be in much worse shape. What do I want to do here? I guess I want to do something. I guess I will... No, let me put an energy back in because I have too much energy in hand. Well, that's kind of stinky too, isn't it? So I will play this guy. Yeah, thin my deck. I'll attach one Aurora, get rid of an Archeops, just kind of doing a little work here, just getting things prepared for the future. Take another prize. you know, I since I filled up my bench, I don't have options for attackers. But of course, the reason that my bench stays filled is my opponent's not taking prizes, and that's a good thing, right? I'm up by 3 prizes, so I'm pretty strong shape. Can they? They still need it. So if they have, all right. So my opponent just completely bricked there. Didn't really showcase the deck much, I gotta say. I played fine. I don't know if I played top notch or not. So let me jump in for one more game. Honestly, my opponents haven't set up particularly well in these games. So see what happens. Now, again, opponent with a slightly higher rank than I. They're 940. I think I was I 880 or something. I don't remember. So we'll see how this game goes. See what I'm up against. Hopefully it's a more interesting game. Opponent won the coin flip. All right, they're going first, so that's what you expect from most decks. I had an earlier game where my opponent chose to go second. That was, all right, this is not a bad start. I don't have a way to discard Archeops, though, so that's a problem up against Mew. I may just have to, I mean, I can play double turbo. I can discard an Archeops with my attack. I may have to boss up a Genesect just to stall my opponent. We'll see. All right, so they have Oranguru. That makes things tougher for me. Although I can't one-shot the Mew VMAX anyway. I don't have Pokemon Recovery, so the fact that if they had played the Lost... what is it? What is that called? Lost City. It wouldn't have mattered to me. Once the card's knocked out, I'm done with it anyway. So it's not a terrible hand. I really would like to be able to get rid of both Archeops and get another Pokemon into play, though. I'm going to be vulnerable to losing next turn if I can't get another Pokemon into play. We'll see what happens. At this point, I will attach, boss up a Genesect, discard an Archeops. Do I play the Radiant Charizard? That's my question. I don't necessarily love the Radiant Charizard. It's actually good. It obviously cuts through the Genesects quite nicely. They could boss him up. That's not terrible either, though. So I will throw him down. Boss up a Genesect. Get that in my headset. I get that very loud metallic sound effect. All right. Well, that's good. That's a good set of cards. We'll see. I'll be happy not to get Marnied with that. I can get my second Archeops in the discard. I can get my Lugia evolved. Power Tablet, though. Right. They played the Power Tablet. So let's see. They hit Cramomatic, and I'm essentially done at that point. They didn't, so they have to switch. If they switch, let's think. It does 210. Well, that's big for them too. 210. But then 10 less Power Tablet does. So 190. So I think they have game now. So that's unfortunate. 210. Yeah. Right. Let me think. So it's 210. They lose 20 to 190, but they gain 30, right? So 220. So I'm just going to concede. So, all right. So that I did not get the start that I wanted there, and I wasn't going to make the comeback with just that Charizard going. So, yes, I could have kept playing. If I could have I really need to get another Lugia V into play. I needed to have the opportunity to get my V-Star power off. The fact that I didn't have access, I was not going to be able to do it for another 2 turns, meant that game was really unwinnable. So I'll jump in for another game. These been pretty quick games. That time my deck didn't set up, but you know it doesn't set up all the time. So I played a number of games. That was it's going to happen. So we'll see how this game goes. Played a lot more games than I thought I would. All right, so that's okay. I would wish I had an Archeops in hand because I have a quick ball. Marnie's not bad. I will. All right, I'm in the mirror. My opponent goes first. So advantage my opponent big time here. And I don't have a great hand. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to probably use my Capture Energy, throw down another Lugia, and then Marnie. I think it's my play. I don't want to discard all these energies. That won't be good. I assume they're going to knock out my active Lugia. So do I want to? I don't think I want 3 Lugias down, do I? Do I want to get something else down? No, I think I just want a Lugia down, right? So let's see. Do I have Lugia here? Yes. I do. So I'll just throw down the Lugia. I could get it like an Oranguru into play. I don't know if I really want that though. I think I might want an Oranguru though. All right, I'll get an Oranguru just to give myself a little more flexibility after this. So maybe I shouldn't have quick balled. Maybe I should have Capture Energied the Oranguru. But I thinned out. I don't need all those Lugias, so maybe thinning was the best move. That's not a hand that I like. That's a very bad hand, in fact. So wow. Did I already use him? No, so I have him. So let me put back a fire. Oh, good. So I'm glad I did that. And it didn't highlight it. They said with the next update they'll fix that. Whether they do or not, we'll see. So I get an Archeops in the discard, and that is big. So that's not a bad hand. So I now have, if I don't get Marnie, I can draw an Archeops. I can quick ball it away. I'm getting Marnied, so this hand doesn't matter. The good thing is I got rid of an Archeops. So that's not bad. That's a nice hand. That's a very nice hand. I'm liking that. So that's good. All right. So I've got a chance. They evolved the bench, so maybe they're not okay. So did they? They haven't been paying attention. So is that? So they only have one Archeops in the discard pile. That's quite nice. So maybe. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to take out the man on the bench? So I'm doing 220. So I need to incense. I think I might want a boss still, right? I'll attach there. So I want both Archeops on the bench. Maybe do I just take out the active now? Maybe I just take out the active. Maybe I wait on Lumineon then. Don't have cards in hand. All right, so I'm going to. So right now I'm at 220. I can't, so I'm going to save the powerful. I have all 4 powerful there, so I'll toss this guy on, and well, maybe do I put 1 powerful on? I guess I'll play 1 powerful. Kind of would like to save that powerful though, right? I want to save the special energy, I think. No, actually, I'll get rid of the Speed Lightning. I mean, I'm going to use it, so that's okay. That's okay. So I think I will chuck on to Powerful Energy here on my benched guy. Kind of thin the deck to get things set up for... I'm not thrilled about that attachment necessarily, but by attaching there, I am more likely to draw into the cards I want, right? So I figure my active Pokemon's going to get knocked out. That's my thought. They might boss up the man on the bench that has the 2 Powerful Energy, because that's the bigger threat now, because he's doing what would now do, assuming I evolve him, 260. I have a Capture Energy. That's quite nice, too. All right, so they evolved. What do they have? They have 1 Archeops right now. They may have to put the 1 into play if they can't get another one, because I don't think they can afford to wait any longer. Right? I mean, right now, because they need to start. All right, they have Archeops. They have an Archeops in their deck. Capture. Let's see what they do here. That's keeps them going. Okay, I don't play Choice Belt, so they can one-shot my VMAX then, right? Yeah, 150. So with that, but that's okay. I mean, they tie me up on the prize trade. But I mean, I have my own Raikou also. It does 120 to the bench. I'm not sure how I want to work that. So now they have 2 Archeops in the discard, right? 3, yeah. All right, Yveltal's gone, so that's nice for me. I still have my Yveltal. I've used 2 special energies, 1 Aurora, 1 Lightning. They probably know I play Raikou. Obviously, they suspect it anyway, and now I attach the Lightning Energy. So they have the Charizard now. So they've gotten their alternate attackers going better than I have for sure. So they may just retreat out the Lugia. We'll see what they choose to do. They can knock me out with their Raikou. They can knock out the Oranguru on the bench if they want, take 3 prizes. That certainly hurts me for sure. I'll have to think no, I guess they're attacking with the active. They're going to knock me out with their active. That's okay. So I'm going to attack with Lugia, I believe. So I want to get... Okay, well right now I don't have Raikou anyway, and I'm not going to... I don't one-shot the Lugia. So I would need to get Dunsparce into play, I would think. I have 2 bench spaces, so that's quite nice. I need to knock out the active. That's step 1 probably. So I will... See, I need Dunsparce. Or do I want to... I'll get rid of a Capture. That's part of my plan, I guess. I'm not sure about that part. Do I have... Dunsparce is prized, huh? No, there's Dunsparce. All right, so I want Dunsparce in play. And then do I want to... Lumineon also? So right now it does 260. I need 1 more. I'll drop the Dunsparce. I could wait on the Lumineon. Maybe just wait a turn on Lumineon, huh? All right, yeah, I'll put Lumineon. I'll use Oranguru and put... So I need... Right, I'm at the 280 now, right? Which I can... And then I will Oranguru my Lumineon back on top. Gives me options for next turn. So 280. I didn't use my other Archeops, but that's okay. It's not usual with this deck where you're under using the Archeops, but one of the things I've learned is with these these other alternate attackers, I guess not really secondary, but Yveltal, Raikou, Charizard, you need to get it in play the turn you want it. That's usually what needs to happen. So now I've got Dunsparce down, so they can't one-shot my Lugia V. They could take it out with Yveltal. That's obviously a threat. What's the energy? So they have V-Guard. Okay, so and they discarded a V-Guard. So we'll see what happens. At this point, they would have to Raikou, which, I mean, Speed Lightning to the Raikou draws them 2 cards. They've got to get the Archeops out of the active. I mean, they can hit me with the Archeops too. I don't think they want to do that. It doesn't knock me out. They could gust up something from the bench to knock out. But that's probably not what they want to do. Right now, I should take a prize next turn. If they were to play a V down, I have Lumineon for boss for game, right? What have I played? I haven't played any bosses, so I have to have boss in my deck. So they want to take out the Dunsparce probably. That's not a bad play from their standpoint, for them at all. What do I want to do here? I can't one-shot them with my Archeops. I could attack with Radiant Charizard for knockout. I could attack with Yveltal for knockout. I think I want to save my Lugia, make them take out the Lugia. That's okay. I'm going to want a hard retreat here. That's part of my plan, so that's okay. Lumineon. So I could toss down the Manaphy. All right, let me try to thin. So, what do I have to attack with? What's my energy situation here? 1, so I can't attack with so I think I want to research here, correct? I think I want to research. Yes, so what are they taking? How many prizes? 3, so I need 2 on. Do I want to? I'll attach here. Discard. Maybe I should have attached to Archeops. I could get myself in trouble here. Do I want to play Manaphy? I guess I do. I think I need Manaphy down that also, don't I? Let's see what I get. All right. So now I really played this badly, didn't I? All right. So I will get. I guess I may have played this quite badly. All right. So I will attach. So what am I attacking? I guess I'm attacking with Lugia this turn. Yeah, attacking with Lugia. All right, so I need to get 1 energy on him. I can retreat. Send him up. I don't want to attack with next turn. Do I know? So right now I have Lumineon for game, right? I think I'm going to go Lumineon for game. Is that my play here? will attach the Powerful. That way I'm at that, and I will put the Boss on top of my deck so I can gust up whatever I want. Oh, that's a nice card to get. All right, so there we go. Knockout down to 1 prize. I have the Manaphy, right? I don't believe they can win this turn. If they Marnie me, I have Boss, and I have access to, and I just need 1 energy of any type, and I can gust up the Manaphy for game. Right? I believe I have game next turn if I calculate this properly. They can knock out the Lugia. That's okay. If they gust up something else, that's okay too. Then I can win with Lugia next turn. So I believe I have. So this is the game that has taken obviously the most thought. I think my final decisions have been okay. My thinking along as I've gone about it haven't been ideal. So they don't have it. So like I said, they can knock me out with this, but they might not even have the energy. Let's see, 8. They should. 8, 9, 10. I mean, they need, what's their energy situation? They should have an Aurora in there, right? So they knock me out. And then I just knocked them out for game. So it worked out. So, you know, they hung their head because they're losing, but they're still making their plays. You know, should they make their plays after they know they've lost? I don't know. I mean, look, play the game. I look, against the Mew game, I conceded early. You know, so I say you shouldn't concede, and yet I did against Mew. So I'm not always consistent with what I do. Right, so getting Manaphy, right? They knocked out the Dunsparce, but then I got Manaphy in play. That was the key to that game. So I will just, I'll throw in a Powerful Energy, just boost my damage. That, well, I don't have that, do I? So, all right, that's fine there. I will just attach, right? Just attach. I'm doing what I need, 120, and I'll just take them out. So that's that, right? So there we go. I think I have to promote a Pokemon here. No, I don't. Okay, I wasn't sure the order of things, so I had to. So it takes my prizes before I thought I was going to have to promote a Pokemon, but I did not. So anyway, so there was a mirror matchup. It would be nice if you could see your opponent's decks as long as they're willing to share them, like you could in PTCGO. But it's one of those features amongst many other things that, you know, at this point, we're hoping that live gets as good as PTCGO. I think we still have some time before that happens. Hopefully things go well with the new set coming out soon. And so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully, you know, it's encouragement. You know, put a little time and you get better. And hopefully there is a thing or two that will get you thinking about how to play the game a little better. So take care.